Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week.
The Plymouth Borough Police Department investigated a stabbing that took place at an apartment complex on Saturday on the 130 block of East Main Street. After the investigation, the officers identified the potential suspect as Robert William Betts. Police located a blood trail to Betts' apartment door and saw blood on the door handle and outside the residence. After executing a search warrant, police say they recovered a black Kershaw switchblade and possible blood evidence from inside the apartment. Betts was arrested and sent to Luzerne County Prison after bail was denied. He was charged with aggravated assault and other related charges. A gas station in Catawissa caught fire Sunday around 6:30 a.m. Thankfully, nobody was injured. A plow driver was driving around in the 25-degree weather, pushing snow to clear the streets, when he noticed smoke inside of the Citgo gas station on South 4th Street, according to Catawissa Hose Company Chief Dale Hendricks. The driver immediately called 911, and crews rushed over to the second alarm commercial building fire. According to Rajesh Patel, one of the owners, the workers were inside of the building, doing their regular opening task when the driver came in to alert them of the smoke. Crews were dispatched and arrived at the scene in minutes, but the fire had already spread through the building. Patel said that the flames only lasted 10 to 20 minutes before being put out. Firefighters were on the scene for 2.5 hours in the cold, but neighbors brought out hot beverages out to them. Once the flames were put out, the cash and lottery boxes were loaded into police cars to keep them safe until the owners can pick them up, according to Catawissa Police Corporal Jason Hayes. Crews had closed off the 5-point intersection and traffic was redirected throughout the borough. They ended up leaving the scene at 9 a.m. with the parking lot still taped off.
As per annual tradition, Lehigh Valley Health Network returned to Capriotti's Catering to host their Christmas brunch with the Vital Choice organization. Attendees got to sit down and socialize with not only friends, but also unfamiliar faces, which was all part of the plan for what was yet to come. Everyone enjoyed the variety of food from the buffet and hopefully saved a lot of room for dessert. We spoke with member Linda Stegna on what is considered the most positively influential factor of the whole event.
Well, the best part of it is all the camaraderie. You get to see a lot of friends and that, and its group is keep getting larger, which is great. The service here is beautiful, hospitality, and also the food. Everything's nice. But we also learn a lot during the year when they have the normal, monthly get-togethers. It's a lunch and learn. So we have usually someone from the hospital comes in and talks to us about various topics, and it's been very informational and very helpful. And they also have a question and answer period that really helps everyone, to get their questions in.
Stegna also told us of her experience at the event, as it has been around for years.
Oh, yes, I've enjoyed it every time. I'm a long-time member, well over 8 years, and I've been coming to it was Senior Choice originally, now it's Vital Choice, so I've been coming a really long time, and it's been really a great experience. I mean, everyone looks forward to that. We have a huge turnout all the time, and it's really a great organization, and the gals, Lisa Marie Halecki and Robin, and the other gals here, Mary Ellen, they all do a great job. They've been really great. It's really a positive thing, and like I said, so many of my friends and others look forward to this, every month.
For the friends and unfamiliar faces at the event, they got to exchange gifts over and over in a fun activity using various descriptions. We all know it would not be a complete Christmas event if not for the appearance of one of our favorite holiday icons.
Jingle all the way, oh what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh.
Jolly St. Nick himself, Santa Claus, was able to show up to everyone's surprise, wishing all in attendance a happy Merry Christmas. While Santa got photos taken with various attendees, LVHN blankets were handed out. A Luzerne County man is being charged with indecent assault of a minor while out on bail for a similar offense. 27-year-old Plains man Skylar James Leifert sexually assaulted a 15-year-old after giving her alcohol. Police say that the assault took place at his home in the Birchwood Estates on November 2nd. They obtained a search warrant for his arrest on charges of corruption of a minor, harassment, furnishing alcohol to a minor, and indecent assault. Magisterial District Judge Joseph D. Sonhuolo arraigned Leifert on charges on Wednesday morning and denied his bail, deeming him a danger to the community. Sheetz has announced that during the holiday season, they will be offering free self-serve coffee to rewards members from Christmas Eve to New Year's Day. To redeem the offer, you have to add it to the Offers tab on the Sheets app. The offer will only be applied one time per My Sheets Rewards member and redeemed once between Christmas Eve and New Year's Day. Other offers Sheets is offering to customers to save are you can save 10 cents per gallon of fuel when you buy a gift card worth $25, $1 off of any cooler item, and a free bag of fries with $10 or more purchase of food or drinks. Thanks to Pennsylvania State Representative Ed Nielsen and the majority chair of the House Transportation Committee, PennDOT is to be required to create an online system for verifying vehicle insurance. In a personal statement by Nielsen, there are times that vehicle owners are not at fault for lack of response, as letters could be lost in the mail or misunderstood, and because of that, innocent drivers could face a 3-month registration suspension and not even know it. As of today, if drivers cancel their vehicle insurance within half a year of the policy commencement time, the insurance company has to report the cancellation to PennDOT, so PennDOT can mail a notice requiring proof of insurance. Nielsen says that in a lot of situations, drivers only learn of their suspension once they are unexpectedly pulled over. Thus, 3 additional months are put on the suspension. Through a new online system, PennDOT and law enforcement can electronically confirm the insurance status of any driver directly with the insurance company. Coming up on WYLN News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Whitehaven Part 4. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, welcome to Watro's Weekly Update. I'm the host today again, Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Dane Watro. How are you doing today, Dane?
Preston, I'm doing very good. The temperature got a little bit warmer. I'm doing good, and you have a nice new tie on there. I like that.
Thanks. My mom picked this out for me. She knew it would look good here, and it's festive. So
For the Christmas holiday, I like
yes.
that, yes.
Yeah, but how about just for a bit, we set aside Christmas, and because the Jewish community actually does have their own thing on Hanukkah. And didn't you acknowledge something recently on that?
Yeah, just on Monday, with all the craziness going on that happened to the celebration overseas with the incident that occurred, they're very proud and held their pride in the Jewish community, and I stood with them on City Hall in front there for the lighting of their candles, the menorah there, and just to kick off their celebration of their holiday. So yeah, it was I was very happy to be with them, stand with them, and they're very prideful, as I am in my faith as a Christian, as a Catholic. So we have a right to express our religious belief here, and my Jewish friends did that on Monday, and I was very proud to stand with them, as I will be happy to be in my church on Christmas Day, welcoming the birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm kind of drawn between the whole Christian and Catholic thing. That's just me personally, and I'm not Jewish, but and I only have one Jewish friend out there, and he's. I don't know if he's watching this right now, but I do hope that Hanukkah goes well for everyone and all the Jewish viewers. It's all good,
Yes.
and I'm glad for that. Is there anything else exciting that happened recently?
Oh, it's funny, when I walked in here, you caught me off guard and said you were made aware of the great things, an announcement that just happened, and I was just notified about 15 minutes prior to walking in here in the studio to be with you on this afternoon. Was the big grant release we had in our district. Very proud of that. So many great things are going to be funded. I said earlier in the year, I know you always ask me questions of what's going on in down in Harrisburg and the local community, and one of the things that I'm very proud of is bringing money back here to the district, and we brought back probably a little bit over $1 million.
Man, wow.
Super excited about that. Very excited. Hazel Township got some awards there. East Union in Schuylkill County got an award for a building. They want to erect a building there for their maintenance department. So many good things happening. I'm super excited. My neighbors over there in Klein Township in Schuylkill County also got an award for a police cruiser. Equipment is very important, and I say that over and over again. I understand, I get it. I was a borough mayor for many years, and I understand the struggles that our different departments face, whether it's the road maintenance crew or police departments. Boroughs, townships are financially strapped. They can't afford it without raising taxes. So that's where the state could come in and give those little nudges to them, say to get a police cruiser, get a vehicle for plowing, build a building. So we're able to deliver on that. I got to give a shout out to my staff, both in Harrisburg, in my caucus, and at home here in the district, because without them, I wouldn't be able to be so successful. So I'm very thankful for everything everybody does. Super thankful for what you do in WYLN, for allowing me this opportunity. Preston, I know I say it a lot, but you have no idea how thankful I am.
Well,
for what
you're slowly building up to the idea. Like, I think I get the idea.
I know,
but I
I
appreciate that.
Gotta keep on saying
I
it.
appreciate your appreciation. Always I do.
Yeah, I want to tell you a story. Just last week, I had a lunch break and I was doing some Christmas shopping up here in our Laurel Mall.
Okay.
And I was stopped by an older gentleman, and he said, "Are you Dane Watro?" I said, "I am Dane Watro." And he says, "My gosh," he says, "I watch you every Friday on WYLN." He says, "I enjoy those shows." So that goes to show you how many people actually watch this. I hear it all the time, not just that one time up the Laurel Mall, but I constantly hear it. And I told that gentleman that I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity to get out there and express the good work that we're doing. So once again, super thankful, appreciative. Got to bring money back to the district. Got to stand with our Jewish friends there on their first celebration on Monday afternoon by City Hall, as well as I'm excited for my Merry Christmas holiday season that's fast approaching.
Yeah, and it's really close as of this, when this is coming out, just less than a week away.
I know.
It's insane how fast 2025 has gone. I mean, like I said before, 2015 didn't come fast enough for me, but gee, where do we go? When are we?
I know. So yeah, we're less than a week away, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
And my shopping's done. I'm ready.
Good for you on that.
Got to do some more grocery shopping because we host Christmas dinner, so I'm excited about that. So I wish you, your family, WYLN, and all the viewers a very Merry Christmas, as I'm excited to get to church and I just enjoy it with my family.
Well, to you and everyone else, I hope you all have such a happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, just all around happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas Day.
Christmas.
All right. Have a good day. Night.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined here with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Hey Ryan, I thank you for making the time to come to my office.
It's always one of the highlights of my month. So today we're going to talk about mental health in the holidays because it could be a tough time for some people.
You know, I'm in practice 45 years, Ryan, and they keep talking about the mental health crisis in America. So many people now have mental health issues because of the stress of the society. All I can say is a chiropractor who loves people, we all need, if we could, Ryan, to make time to slow down. Less screens, less TVs, less phones. Those are simple things. Doc, I went for a walk outside and it calmed me down. Doc, in the mornings I take 20 minutes to pray and it's changed my life. So you're not going to get much help from the federal government, it seems. Go to your church group. Maybe go to your pastor. Go to a loving, you need someone like a mentor in life that could connect with you to help you to count your blessings, try not to focus on your depressions, and slowly you could help your own mental health, right?
That's fantastic advice, and I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on this edition of Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next time.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
Or downtown Hazleton.
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about chiropractic and car accidents. It's getting icy out there, the roads are not always salted, so check in about car accidents and chiropractic.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
As World War I wound down to its conclusion in late 1918, Whitehaven and the rest of the United States welcomed a return to normal from a world ravaged by conflict. Residents of the town would get to witness one of their own assume a place in the highest reaches of government at this time. Alexander Mitchell Palmer had been born near Whitehaven in 1872. He had begun his career as a lawyer in Stroudsburg in 1893 in John Storm's law firm. Interested in politics, he was first elected to Congress in 1909, where he would serve 3 terms and served in such positions as vice chairman of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee and as a strong member of the House Ways and Means Committee. During his 3rd term, he became chairman of the Democratic House Caucus, in which position he championed tariff reductions. Palmer left Congress in 1915, but by October 1917 was appointed by Woodrow Wilson to head the Office of Alien Property Custodian, in which he was authorized to seize property in the U.S. belonging to the Central Powers. At the beginning of 1919, he was elevated to Attorney General and would serve in this position for 2 years. This was the era of the Red Scare, triggered by the Bolshevik takeover of Russia, and in which Americans saw perceived signs of communism behind the numerous strikes, race riots, and bombings that broke out across the country following the war. Palmer himself was not immune from the mayhem, as his house received a pair of mail bombs in early 1919, believed to have been sent by disciples of Italian anarchist Luigi Galliani, that he and his family narrowly escaped. Determined to strike back, Palmer in November 1919 authorized federal roundups of suspected anarchists and communist sympathizers. What became known as the Palmer Raids remain controversial today, with many of the thousands that were arrested being detained without search warrants and held in overcrowded prisons. Labor unions were also targeted heavily during the raids, with Palmer invoking the Wartime Lever Act to try and stamp out a proposed coal miner strike that he thought had communist backing. While the raids had firm public support from the at first, eventually a backlash grew, particularly after a mass uprising that Palmer had predicted on May Day 1920 failed to materialize. By then, Assistant Secretary of Labor Lewis Freeland Post, who disapproved of the raids, had canceled more than 2,000 arrest warrants as being illegal, and the American Civil Liberties Union had been founded by concerned citizens to protect Americans' rights as a direct result of the raids. The backlash ultimately proved an albatross for Palmer when he chose to run for president later in 1920, as he finished well behind Ohio Governor James Cox in the final Democratic primary. After leaving office at the end of the Wilson administration, Palmer returned to private law practice. He died in 1936 and today rests in Stroudsburg's Laurelwood Cemetery. Several decades later, another former Whitehaven resident made his mark in government at both the federal and state levels, although not in Pennsylvania. John Dempsey was born in Whitehaven in 1879. Originally having trained as a telegraph operator, he would climb the employment ladder to become vice president of the Brooklyn Rapid Transit Company. Moving to Oklahoma in 1919 to enter the oil business, Dempsey became vice president of the Continental Oil and Asphalt Company. Another move to New Mexico soon followed, and with it, a stint in charge of the United States Asphalt Company, as well as a term as president of the University of New Mexico's Board of Regents. Dempsey entered politics in 1933, serving as New Mexico's state director of the Federal Housing Administration and National Emergency Council. He was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1935 and served through 1941, when he relinquished his seat to unsuccessfully run for the Senate. Dempsey did not stay out of work for long, as he was named Undersecretary of the Interior in 1941. He served in this post for a year before resigning to run for New Mexico's governorship. He would subsequently defeat Republican candidate Joseph Terreros to become New Mexico's 13th governor. Dempsey served in this post through 1947 and was in office when the first atomic bomb was tested in the desert near Alamogordo on July 16, 1945. Dempsey returned to the House of Representatives in 1951 and remained there until his death in 1958. Back in Whitehaven, life continued. By the 1960s, Interstate 80 was built just south of the borough. The route would eventually stretch across the nation from New York to San Francisco, thus opening Whitehaven to the entire country. It was underneath the Interstate's bridge over the Lehigh River that a dismembered body was found in several suitcases on December 20, 1976, prompting an investigation that drew national headlines due to the brutality of the murder. At first, investigators were unable to identify the victim, who had been pregnant at the time of her death, and the case remains unsolved for decades thereafter. Finally, in 2021, she was identified as Evelyn Cologne of Jersey City, New Jersey, and Luis Sierra, who was identified as the father of her unborn child, was charged with her murder. The Lehigh River would bring more positive attention to Whitehaven in the following years. All have been mostly quiet in the Lehigh Gorge south of town ever since the Central Railroad of New Jersey had abandoned its rail line through the gorge in 1972. The trees had largely grown back from the gorge from the days of heavy timber industry in the area, and the state of Pennsylvania realized it would be the perfect site for a new state park. They bought the land from the railroad, and what became known as Lehigh Gorge State Park opened in 1980. Today, the park offers guests, many of whom can enter directly from Whitehaven, ample opportunity for hiking, rafting, and fishing in what is now the same natural wonderland it was when Whitehaven's first settlers arrived in the region.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about chiropractic and car accidents. It's getting icy out there, the roads are not always salted, so check in about car accidents and chiropractic.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on Wyln Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.